What's up, YouTube? What's up? What's up, YouTube? We are back at it again, Dr. Umar. We got some terrible news, man. I don't even think I don't think he knows about this news, man. But check this out, man. Shout out to my comment section, and it was like, you don't even know him. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're right, I don't know what I'm talking about. And I'm sitting over here researching, but I'm trying to figure out when is he gonna make a comeback. You know, he haven't said nothing. It's been 2 or 3 weeks since we've been covering this thing, man. And the lady done spoke out and said something. One of the girls he was dating, I'm assuming, she done says different things. It's just so much stuff. His daughter, Dr. Umar, has to apply for a certificate. You know, his daughter, Dr. Umar, punches the air right now. Black Queens, ooh, she fine. Got them fine sisters though. Somebody is live right now talking about the breakdown of Dr. Umar, lies and begs outside of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey. I guess that's what that stands for. This guy right here, Willie Mills, Dr. Umar is one of the most brilliant black men, but I think he's a con artist. These ain't my videos. These are not my videos. So then you got this is embarrassing right here. Breaking news: Dr. Umar bank account still frozen, awaiting check. I don't want my kids, I don't even have kids, but I don't want none of my people, I don't want to have any dealings with somebody who has is talking about a school and he putting up the middle finger. Those two things just don't fit in my book, in my head. So this is why, you know, you got on a suit and tie. This type of guy right here, these two guys right here is where I want my kids to go to school at. And this guy, of course, is a straight up roaster, you know. I feel sorry for the brother, man. A woman confronts Dr. Umar about his 3 baby mamas. Whoa, dog. You can't be Dr. Umar. I mean, it goes on and on and on. OG Percy on Dr. Umar Johnson going broke. Where's the money? You know, and I just gave up, man. I just gave up. This is, oh my gracious, this is embarrassing, man. Gives an update on the school where we heard this before. So now he's giving another update on the school and stuff. But let's get into this video, man. Let's get into this video. This is where shout out to my man. Leonard is on point with this thing, man. You can clearly tell that this brother right here got some financial background. If you're looking for somebody, I don't even know the brother. I don't know him, but I can sense people. I can sense things, and I can tell that he is definitely, I can't believe it seems like everybody talk louder than me. Sister outside yelling louder than me. But it seems like Leonard is he has a bunch of testimonials on what he does. He help people get their credit together and finance, man. And I can just tell when he talks, I like him as a brother. This is a up and up brother. He ain't gonna say nothing out of his mouth that he don't believe. He's just like me, man. I ain't gonna sit there. I like to laugh and joke and play, but I ain't gonna sit there and steer you in the wrong direction. No, I ain't gonna steer you in the wrong direction. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Breaking news: Umar Johnson does not know that FDMG is in jeopardy of being sold. They about to sell the building under this dude, man, and he don't even know. Because you so busy going on social media giving people the middle finger, talking about these ninjas and all this other stuff. You're doing everything but handling your business, man. It's clear that you're not handling your business. It's clear that you're not handling your business. It's clear that you're not handling your business. I gotta say it over and over again, like he says. It is clear that you're not handling your business. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let's check this.
All right,
bad boy
welcome
out.
everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to this impromptu live stream. I normally don't go live Fridays or even on the weekends, but I have some information, very important information to share with you guys today. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning on in. Shout out to the Cook Fresh Chat. Cook Fresh Chat's undefeated, and I'm going to get right on into it. So there's been so much going on with Umar this whole year, but this right here, I think that this is something that people really need to think about, especially those who still think that Umar is going to be opening up a school. So as we all know, Umar claims that his bank accounts were frozen. He's been having financial struggles for decades now, but he alleges that his bank accounts were frozen. But there's something else here that everyone needs to be aware of. And I want to get right on into it. Here you go. I'm going to read this to you guys.
What is that?
I tried to find the PDF version online. I don't think it's out yet, but I'm going to keep looking for it over the next couple of days, weeks, and if months. This right here is a monition. And this was filed August 5th of 2025, which was 3 days ago. Today's August 8th of 2025. I don't think Umar is aware of this yet. I don't believe Umar is aware that this was posted up there on the door for these abandoned buildings. Not just one side of the street, but both sides of the street. Now, I don't have the screenshots or the documentation for the other side of the street, but this side right here, this is the large building. You know where he showed the vandalism?
That's crazy.
Alleged
That's
vandalism?
crazy.
Let me read this to you. There's a case number N25J-02114. There's also a case number N25J-02115. Okay, so there's two parcels. This is one parcel, and it says right there, you'll see it there. It says tax parcel number 2602940-028. Okay, that's 610 East 17th Street. That's the large building. But there's another one on the other side of the street. Let me read this to you guys. Monition. Take warning. This is to Umar. To all persons having or claiming to have any title, interest, or lien upon, lien upon the within described premises. Take warning that unless the judgment for the taxes or assessments stated herein is paid within 20 days after the date hereof, or within such period of 20 days, evidence of the payment of the taxes or assessments herein claimed shall be filed in the office of the I can't even read that. I think it says probationary, or I don't know if that's an H, I can't tell. Which evidence shall be in the form of, and I can't see that one either.
Damn.
I think it says rescripted.
Damn. Wait a minute, bruh. I don't know what I'm talking about. This what my comment section said. You don't even know what you're talking about. You're right, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm going by instincts and I'm going by feel. I can tell when somebody doing something they ain't had no business doing because they so busy worrying about shutting other people down. You know what I'm saying? I give you 1, 2, 3 strikes, you out of there, man. I'm done with you. I'm finished with you. This brother right here is letting you know it's documentation's going up on the building, bruh. Not only your accounts are being frozen, you got documentations going up on the building. This man that already researched the buildings and said that the buildings, they were talking about condemning the buildings. These buildings is not even equipped to be used as warehouses, not alone a school. Do you know how many permits and stuff you gotta pass in order to have kids in a school? Come on, cousin. I'm in the Philippines, man, and I know good and well they wouldn't pass some of this stuff. In the Philippines, they let all kinds of stuff slide. And this dude is in Delaware with these buildings. But Uncle Mike don't know what he talking about. Uncle Mike don't know what he talking about, man. Shame on you. Shame on you for trying to hurt my feelings. You're right, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm learning. That's what I'm doing. I ain't know this stuff even exists. I didn't know that you can get documentation put on a building because I never owned a building. I don't know nothing about buying no daggone cotton picking building, not alone starting a school. I don't know how to start a school. I know how not to start a school, not like this.
Bill or
my bad, y'all. My
duplicate
bad.
thereof.
Uncle Mike in his feelings a little bit because of my comment section. So I preach on y'all. When it's time to learn, you learn. When you get educated, when you teach, when you know what you're talking about, that's when you talk. If you don't know what you're talking about, you keep your mouth shut. And Uncle Mike is keeping his mouth shut while he's learning. Here we go.
I can't even read that.
I can't read it.
I think it says probatory, or I don't know if that's an H. I can't tell. Which evidence shall be in the form of, and I can't see that one either. I think it says rescripted bill or duplicate thereof, hearing date prior to the filing of the lien in the office of the I can't read that. Bonitary for the Newcastle County, the city of Wilmington may proceed to sell the property. Listen. Did you hear that? Can anyone tell what that is? I think it's PRTB. I can't see it. But it's for Newcastle County. The city of Wilmington may proceed to sell the property herein mentioned or described for the purpose of collecting the judgment for the taxes or assessments herein stated. Okay, okay, here it is. Thank you. I don't even know what that is. Prothonotary. So I think it's like a notary, right? Prothonary, something like that. Okay, let me continue. Property address 610 East 17th Street, Wilmington, Delaware, 19802. Tax parcel number, I referred to that earlier, 26029400028. Water and sewer account number 16846, etc. Person in whose name the subject property is assessed, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey, RBG International Leadership Academy, Inc. Years, taxes. Okay, it doesn't show any taxes owed. Water and sewer charges, December 9th, 2016. Huh? Watch this. And then it says December 30th, 2024 through May 29th. No, I can't tell what that says. May something. I can't tell. Okay. But you guys see that December 19th, 2016. Why would it say December 9th, 2016? Didn't Umar purchase these abandoned buildings in February of 2019? See, there's so much more going on with this. There is so much more. Remember, I've been telling people recently how we're just scratching the tip of the iceberg of what we know based upon what we can find online and videos. But there's a lot of stuff, shady stuff that Umar's been doing that's not on the internet, that's not easily found. You guys understand what I'm saying? Hit the one. It says December 19th, 2016. Let me be clear about something. I could pull up the video too, but I just want to stick to this. I may come back tomorrow and do another live stream. He really been trying to get me to go live on the weekend, Umar. I'm going to look at my timeline and I'm going to go to 2016. All right. The Moyer Academy closed in 2015. So what's going on here? Okay. Why is Umar on the hook, or his donors, because he ain't got no job, he ain't got no money. Why is Umar on the hook for water and sewer charges starting in December 19th of 2016? Furthermore, let me share something else. See, it's amazing how this works. Someone sent me this yesterday. Let me share something with you, how all this just lines up. Let me do a screen share. I'm going to share the entire screen. Look at this right here. This is the vacant property list. No, not the vacant property list. This, I can't remember what this was called. I have it. I just got to, I got to go. I should have had this all together. But again, this is impromptu. I apologize. But if you look down here, it says Douglas, Frederick, and Garvey, RBG International Leadership, P.O. Box, blah, 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 Wilmington. Here it is again. But look at the date. You see this? This is 2016. See, Umar has a video in 2017 where he allegedly first sees these buildings. But I'm going to tell you what I think this is what's going on here. Here you go, right here. You can see it closer. See right here? See the date? 610 East 17th Street, 611, which is the other side of the street, right? October 3rd, 2016. What's going on here? See, Umar acquired these abandoned buildings when? February of 2019. I'm going to tell you what I think is going on with that. I think that when Umar purchased these flat vandals in February of 2019, that he took on the bills that had been sitting, that had been unpaid from the years prior. Okay, remember the J. Moyer Academy, they closed down, the buildings sit. I think Umar took on the liability, whatever else was still sitting on these accounts, that he took on that too. In other words, his donors took on that. That's what I think. And that's why, in my opinion, I don't know this to be a fact, but this is what I believe. That's why it's listed here for 2016, that he's responsible for that, even though he didn't purchase the abandoned buildings until 2019. Let's go back. Let's go back. Water and sewer charges December 19th, 2016, December 30th, 2024. This is about the middle portion of this paper, this document. Through May, I can't read. I'm sorry, I can't read it. And then it says 2020. Oh, no, that's what it is. Through May 29th, I believe, 2025. Exterior improvement charge for 2021. Vacant registration fee from 2020 to 2025. Civil penalty years for 2020, and the amount of the judgment, taxes is zero because he paid off all the tax. I talked about that before. Water and sewer charges, $1,854.17. Exterior improvement charges, $156. Vacant registration fees, $15,500. What are we doing here? Cookie Crush chat. What are we doing here? Vacant registration fee, $15,500. Umar's online talking about, last week talking about how his bank accounts are frozen and he needs a couple bucks. $15,500. Civil penalty charges, $300, plus interest and penalties, title search costs. There's that word again. Protho notary. I think I got it right that time. Okay. Proto notary fees and sheriff's costs and fees. Principal amount. This is just the principal. Principal amount as of clocked in date total $17,810.77. Issued this 8th day of August, 2025. This is just one side of the street.
That's one side. One side?
There's more. Here's the second page. The Superior Court of the State of Delaware. I apologize, I can't read, it's curved over. City of Wilmington, Principal Corporation of the State of Delaware versus Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, RBG Leadership, International Leadership Academy, Inc. And this is for the parcel 26029400028. This is the large building. He has one of these for the small one too. Writ of monition. The assessment rolls and records of the city of Wilmington show the following. I apologize, I can't see that all that well. That the tax parcel number of the real property, I can't read the rest, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey, RBG International Leadership Academy, Inc., is 2602940028, which is parcel number. And the water and sewer account number is, they give the account numbers, there's a couple of them, that water and sewer charges assessed and levied against the above referred property are due for the period of time from December 2016. What? December 30th, 2024 through May 29th, 2025, inclusive in the something $1,854.17 plus interest and penalty as of the date of filing this action. That the vacant registration fees assessed and levied against above referenced real property for the years 2020 through 2025 are due in the amount of $15,500, and that charges for exterior improvements done through public expenditure, the public's paying for this, are due for invoices dated between 2023 through 2025 in the amount of $156.60, and that charges for civil penalties issued between 2020 against the above referenced real property are due in the amount of $300, and that the property is owned by Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey, RBG International Leadership Academy, Inc., that's Umar Johnson, defendants, whom the above referenced taxes and or assessments are assessed, and I can't see the rest of that, the real property known as 610 East 17th Street, Wilmington, Delaware 19802, and further identified as tax parcel number 26029400028. The city of Wilmington is entitled to recover sums expended by the city of Wilmington for title search costs, proto-notary fees, and sheriff's fees. A copy of the bill or bill showing the amount of taxes under assessment due and owing the property against which the assessment for, I can't barely read this, registration fees, emergency exterior improvements, what in the world? Demolition fees, what? What is demolition fees? Water and sewer charges was made and levied and something, man. I had to take a sip for Umar. Man, I think he ain't even around right now. He don't even know about this. This is from today, what I'm showing you guys. Okay. It was filed, what was it, on the 5th? It was filed on, August 5th. But what you're seeing right here is from today. Where are we at? I think we're here. Let me just check. Yeah. Property of the same appear. I'll read this as quickly as possible. I can just barely read some of this. Appears upon the assessment in the records of Wilmington is attached here in Exhibit A and made part thereof. Now, therefore, please make a record of this writ of monition on the special judgment docket of the said Superior Court as provided by an act to amend an act entitled an act to provide for the collection of taxes and assessments for the city of Wilmington, being chapter 143, volume, et cetera, and made applicable to the collection of water and sewer rents out of real estate pursuant to Wilmington, et cetera, made applicable to the fees. Okay, let's go to the next one. This is the different charges. I know you can't see it all that well. Once I have the PDF version of this, we'll go back over it, but I just want to share this with you guys. And this is kind of like an emergency live stream for the Cookie Crush chat. Here's some more. Here's some more. Here's some more. And here's some more. And then if we go back just on this side of the street, Umar owes $17,810.77. I don't know how much he owes over there, but I would think that it would probably be over $25,000, probably altogether, somewhere around there. $25,000. And these are bills that Umar did not pay. Where's all this money go? Let me show you all something else, though. If you go to the Court Connect, this is in Delaware.gov, the Court Connect website. I already did a little bit of research on this, and then we're going to be done. Let me share this screen right quick. See this right here? So if you look up here, this is the case ID that we just looked at in that document, N25J02114. Okay, but there's another one, and I found this myself. I said, okay, if he has this one, he probably has it for the other side of the street. So I just changed the 4 to a 5, and the other side of the street pops up too. Let me go back over here though. So if you look here, it says filing date was Tuesday, August 5th, which was 3 days ago. Okay, here's the case ID, City of Wilmington. The plaintiff is Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey. That's Umar. And then we can scroll down, and it'll give you the plaintiff, the attorney of the plaintiff, which is right here. Okay, their address. And then here's the defendant. This would be Umar Frederick Douglass, Marcus Garvey, RBG Leadership Academy. This is the parcel number right here. Right? So this right, and here's the Kent County Sheriff, Newcastle County Sheriff. Watch this. Let me read this down down here at the bottom. This is the initial filing monitions. Initial filing monitions. See image attached for judgment. Details is and I couldn't pull this up when I clicked on that. For whatever reason the hyperlinks aren't working. Details date docket August 6, 2025. Judgment is entered joint. I don't even know what that means. Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy Inc. Amounts to be paid as follows: judgment in amount of $17,810.77 water and sewer charges. He ain't paid none of this for it to be that much. From the beginning, he ain't paid this. That's crazy. $1,854.17 exterior improvement charges. That's where the city had to go fix stuff up over there. They may have been the ones that put that fence up. See this? $156.60 vacant registration fee, $15,500. Oh my goodness. Civil penalty charge is $300. So this is a lot of money, because this up here is $17,000. Oh no, this is the judgment amount. Okay, I see what it is. The total judgment amount is $17,810. But if you add all this up, it's going to come up to that. Okay, here's the initial complaint. There's something else I forgot. Oh, here it is right here. Writ issued on date docket August 6, 2025. Writ of munition issued with check to the Newcastle County Sheriff's Office on August 6, 2025, accepted by blah, blah, blah. Okay. There's something else I wanted to, and then here's the second one right here. So let's see what it says down here. This is for the small building. Let's see if it's different or if it's the same. Initial filing motion, see blah, blah, blah. Judgment is entered jointly with Frederick Douglass Marcus RBG International Leadership Academy, Inc. Tax parcel number 26029400027. Judgment amounts to be paid as follows. The judgment amount of $20,000. Oh no. The water and sewer charges is $4,650. The vacant registration fee is $15,726.70. And the penalty charges is $200 for a total of $20,000. What in the world, y'all? Hold on one second. Umar, what are you doing?
He got to do the math on this. 20,000 plus the 17,000 for both sides of the street.
Go back to the other one right quick.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, but Uncle Mike don't know what he's doing. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about.
17,000, Umar.
Dang, y'all. Uncle Mike don't know what he talking about. I'm just
this guy owes
and learning.
$38,388.22. This is old. These are old bills. He ain't paid nothing.
Now, one thing Uncle Mike does know: before you open the school, you gotta pay that. Believe that. I don't give a damn what you do before you even break ground to put a desk, a teacher's desk, a chalkboard up. Before you even do anything to open that school, you got to pay that bill. Believe that. That's before you even bill. So you in the negative $38,000, my guy. My guy, you in the negative $38,000, my guy. You gonna open up a school my foot? Uncle Mike don't know what he talking about though, right? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Man, this is crazy. $38,388.22. And you know, one of the things, and I don't think I read it. Let me see if we can find it, and then we're going to be out of here. Let me see if I could find this, because it says that if he doesn't pay this by a certain date, they're going to sell these. It's going to go to sheriff's sale. Let me see if I can find this right quick.
Auction.
Man, this is.
It's going to go to auction. They're going to auction it off. That's what they're going to do. They're going to auction the buildings off and stuff to pay. All you got to do, they auction it off, starting the bids at exactly how much money they want. And then everybody start auctioning off. But Uncle Mike don't know what he's talking about, right? See? Yeah, your stuff goes off the auction. They don't even, yeah. And it's all these realtors and all these investor type people go to the courthouse. They put up the thing and everything, and you put up you auction. Yeah, you get the property, baby. Auction off this property for whatever it's worth, yup. And you just got to pay all the bills. The government, they don't care. The water company don't care. They just want their bills paid. Uncle Mike don't know what he's talking about, y'all. Here we go.
Let me know if you guys happen to see it, because it says it'll say sheriff's sale. I read it earlier. Yeah, it's not. I'm not seeing it, but I don't know if it was this document or was on the website. I can't remember. But anyway, I did read that that he has to pay this. I think, what was it, within 20 days or something like that. Let me see here. Oh, it's the third page. Okay, let me see. So refer to real property 20 due. Okay, the charge of exterior improvements, the charges of civil penalties. The property is owned by Frederick Douglass, Barclays Garvey, RBG International Leadership Academy, Inc. Defendants whom the above referred taxes and or assessments are assessed. The real property known as 610 East 17th Street, Wilmington, Delaware. Further identified tax parcel number. The city of Wilmington is in. Oh, here it is right here. The city of Wilmington is entitled to recover sums expended by the city of Wilmington for title search costs. No, this isn't it. A copy of the bill or bills showing the amount of taxes and or assessment due on the property against which the assessment for the. No, this isn't it either. Did I read it earlier though? I know I read it before I got on this live stream. Anyway, he has a certain amount of days. Anyone remember how many days it is? And then if he doesn't pay this off by that date,
something like 20 days.
The next step would be that they would seize the properties, and then it would go to sheriff's sale. Oh, I read it earlier. Okay. I'm sorry. I don't remember. So he has 20 days of the time with this. So August 5th, that means August 25th. He has to come up with a grand total of $38,388.22. 22 cents. I want to thank everyone who sent me information recently, because I kind of combined different things. I don't want to say anyone's name, but I do appreciate it. But this is just another example of why this school is not going to happen. Umar's not serious. He doesn't handle business. He doesn't handle money well. He's begging people for money, saying that his bank accounts are frozen. Well, there's so many other issues. That's not even dealing with what's taking place at these abandoned buildings. $38,388.22, and he has until what was it, the 25th, to come up with that money. Yeah, we'll follow this. Okay, we'll follow this. I'll probably come back if I live stream tomorrow. I'll have it more organized. We'll go through it again, step by step. Let me get to these super chats real quick, and then we're up out of here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. The 185 to Cookie Crush chat. Congregation undisputed. Yes, undefeated and undisputed. Thank you, the 185. I appreciate it. User 225 says surprise Lenore stream. Yeah. All right. Thank you. James says family, the money really gone now. That's real talk. So he got to come up with $38,388.22 within the next really it's what is it? The next 17 days. And the thing is that it doesn't go directly to sheriff's sale. That's not how it works, but that will be the next step. They will start that process, and they will seize these buildings. Umar, right. Where you at, man? See, the document that I showed you, that's
ain't saying nothing.
Umar didn't even, that's not, Umar didn't send it to me. Think about that. He may not even know that these are up there, posted up there. He's probably traveling somewhere right now. People think he's serious about opening up a school. He owed $38,300. Y'all, Umar Johnson supporters that send in money, y'all owe $38,388.22. I was looking at it too. You guys do realize that Umar wasted over $100,000 on the taxes because he didn't have tax exempt status. You start adding all this stuff up. So just a waste, total waste. Yeah, the money gone. Thanks, James. User 225 says Umar going to have to sell his boot. All right. Thank you. KK says he probably also purchased the depth. I believe so. He probably also purchased the depth of the depth of the property when he bought the Vandals. He purchased a dump and got took. Yeah, I said that a long time ago. I think that they got him. He got scammed. Okay. People wonder why did they sell it for only $400,000? Umar said a little more of that. Based upon the IRS filings, it's probably closer to $425,000. Okay, but why did they sell it for so cheap? Because the assessed value, if memory serves me correctly, the assessed value was $2 million. Why are they gonna sell it for 400 and?
That's the same thing I was saying. I mean, hey, I don't have no money. You know, I got a little bit of I got a couple of pennies. How about that? So I'm looking at doing some investments and trying to make sure my money grow or whatever. A little bit of money, just a little teeny bit of money, just enough to get you in trouble. So when I saw that he bought them buildings for $400,000, I was like, maybe I should look into buying a building and see how much it costs to get every room and section to rent out or lease out. But it was just a thought that came in my mind, and I ain't never look into it. $400,000 for some buildings? That's real cheap. Shoot, that's like buying a house today.
And $25,000.
Yeah, that's crazy,
why
man.
Why sell it for so cheap? Because the assessed value, if memory serves me correctly, the assessed value was $2 million. Why are they gonna sell it for $425,000?
Yeah.
See, because there was all kinds of issues, including that EPA report. Okay, where they classified these abandoned buildings as brownfield catalyst site. He took on the debt. See? Obviously, if they're showing, I already showed you guys.
That's crazy.
On this. Why are they saying 2016? Umar didn't actually go up in there to inspect those buildings until 2017. I have the video. I could play it for y'all, but we're gonna be up out here in just about 2 minutes. Thank you. And the buildings as brownfield catalyst site. He took on the debt. Obviously, if they're showing, I already showed you guys the receipts on this. Why are they saying 2016? Umar didn't actually go up in there to inspect those buildings until 2017. I have the video. I could play it for y'all, but we're gonna be up out here in just about 2 minutes. Thank you, KK. Good point. Thank you. I mean, it's just a waste, and it's wasting Black people's money. It was a horrible purchase then, and it's definitely a horrible purchase now. Iceman Vam says, Umar, well, the thing is, the way I got my account set up is, so I got a checkings and a savings, and then also, I have some money over there on that side of the street. I wonder if Umar's going to address this. That should be the poll question. Y'all think Umar will address this? Hit the 1. If you think he won't address this, hit the 2. Okay, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Thanks, Iceman Vamp. James says Umar knew all along. We need to call a public accountability for Jermaine's shoemake. Yeah. See, I think that there's a whole lot of other stuff that's going on with the acquisition of these abandoned buildings that we just don't know about. And obviously, he took on liability going back to 2016. That's wasted money. 16, 17, 18, 3 years. And then he finally gets these abandoned buildings in February of 2019. But he takes on debt, in essence, going all the way back to 2016. That's crazy. And I was always wondering why they sold them property so cheap. I thought it was just because they're toxic. It's an EPA classified them as brownfield catalyst sites. No, there's more going on here. Okay. Thank you, James. Miranda says, hi, Cookie Crush. I think he knew this was coming. Thus, the urgency to prevent this from happening should have sold the Vandals versus losing them like this. And he could lose them. He could see that. And the thing is, knowing Umar, if these properties go to sheriff's sale, he'll come up with some excuse and try to blame other people. But clearly, we're ahead of this. See, he ain't mentioned this, okay? But we're out ahead. Here's the thing: you all don't think the city hasn't sent him
documentation,
letters, to let him know where things are at with all of this? Of course they did. No, they just don't do that all of a sudden. These bills are going back to 2019. Some of them go back to 2016.
Facts.
So what is Umar going to say? He going to come up with some type of an excuse. He knew this was coming down the pike. Well, listen, how much is it? Real quick. We're talking $38,388.22. You don't think Umar wasn't aware of this before they finally sent this and posted this on the doors of these abandoned buildings? No, he knew about it. I'll propose, like you're saying, I agree. I think maybe this is why he's been so desperate, amongst other things. He's been so desperate for money because he knows this is coming down the pipe. We're going to see. This is breaking news too, by the way. Okay. Thank you, Miranda, for the super chat. Somebody lying Umar. His accounts are probably being garnished by the state. That's possible too. I didn't even think about that. That's possible. The state of Delaware could have gotten into his accounts because of all $38,388. And again, this is going back to 2016. He purchased these trap bundles in 2019, but he's on the hook going all the way back to 2016. $38,388.22. He's had these abandoned buildings for 6.5 years. He ain't paying on stuff. People really think he's gonna open up a school? Come on now. All right, we're almost done. Thanks, somebody line, which is Umar. Xavier said FDMG fabricated dreams, missing grounds. Thank you, Xavier. I appreciate it. Cassandra Ross became a member. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Got a lot of member content available, over 200 videos, I believe, something like that. So thank you for becoming a member. What's up, James? James says family, the money really gone, man. That's real talk. Thank you, James. How's it going? Binky says he going to jail. Well, these properties might be gone. I mean, they said, 20 days? That's the 25th of this month. It wouldn't happen right away. Okay, I don't want to exaggerate it, but that's the next step, is for these bandos to go to sheriff's cell. My battery about to go out. Let me switch this battery before it goes out. Thank you so much, Binky, for the super chat. I appreciate it. Okay, let me mute this. You guys give me like 5. Give me 8 seconds, starting right now.
Second. Hey, why he doing that? I want to play a little bit.
Somebody help me understand how you shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday. You shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass's birthday. You shut down the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy Cash App on Frederick Douglass' birthday. But you leave all the fake cash apps up there, all the fake scamming FDMG cash apps, all the fraudulent FDMG cash apps are still up and running.
They probably obeyed all the cash apps. That's
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan-Africanism. With a donation. I better get some donations on the first day of Black History Month. Where y'all at? Where are my... Hit the Cash App. I'm waiting.
I can't. My bad, I can't. I thought this was gonna be something else. Oh man, I can't. I'd rather wait for my man. I thought it was something else. Let's see when you come in.
I'm back. By the way, Tasha K dropped the Lene interview today. You guys don't know. Well, Umar, he's having a rough month. And last month, this whole year. Thanks, Mickey. Okay, let's wrap this up. User225 says the Umar Johnson crash out stream as he films them demolishing the bandos will be insane. Hit the PayPal as a wrecking ball hurls toward the gym wall. Yeah. The idea with the sheriff's sale is they want to recoup as much money as possible. So from what I remember, because I researched this a long time ago, let's say if he owed $38,388.22 and they took possession of these buildings and they sold them, then they would take whatever they sell the buildings for, they would take out the $38,388.22 minus any other fees associated with this whole process. And then Umar would get the remaining balance. Okay, if memory serves me correctly, because that we were talking about that back in 2019, 2020. right? So this is just something else to be mindful of. We'll see how this plays itself out over the next 20 days, less than 20 days, really, 17 days, right? Thanks, user 225. Mr. Thundercloud says, how much you think these buildings are even worth? I don't have it on me right now, but there's a website where I look at the value. I don't think I have it. Let me see. Let me just check right quick. I looked up the estimated value of these buildings, and it dipped like in 2024. It dipped. It went up in 2020. That was when it was the highest, and then in 2020, I think it was 2024. No, I think it updates up to 2025. The value was really, really low, and I wish I had it. And because I remember I was looking at that, and I was telling people I was going to actually pull that up, but I don't remember where I saw that at, and I don't remember where I put it either. Let me just look at something. Reinvestment fund? No, it was AI generation. No, I don't think I have it unless I put it in my. Let me see.
They are valued.
Documentary.
They are valued around $1 to $2 million. Around,
Yeah, I don't have it, but I looked it up, and the value is much less than the purchase price, 400,000. I can't remember what it was, 320, something like that. Anyway, great question. If I happen to run across that receipt, maybe I'll be sure to pull it back up at some point. Yeah, but
no, the value. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm misunderstanding the question. The value of the property and everything was like $2 million. That's what made me get so interested into this. Dang, where he buying these buildings from? And the value, I don't know, man. But as far as how much money you have to invest to be able to sell it, to get your money back, maybe that's what he's talking about. I don't know. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Here we go.
I found that maybe about a week and a half ago. Thanks for the super chat. Studio 14 sent in a super sticker. Thank you so much. SJ Talks says, where is all the donation money he got? Yeah. He's been living off of this money. See, even if we add up everything that Umar claims that he spent money on, there's still over $1 million missing. No, that's not right. That's not right. It's close to that. But if we go with the figure, and because I always want to be fair, if we go with the figure of $1.6 million, it's a little bit closer to $1.7 million. But if we go with that figure, it's going to be a little bit less than $1 million that's missing. Just a little bit less, maybe $950,000. Okay. Where'd the money go? And people say that's a lot of money. Well, if you break that up over the course of 11 years. See? But right now on these properties, in terms of bills that Umar has not paid, going all the way back to 2016, before he even acquired these abandonments, this is crazy. Umar owes $38,388.22. Where all the money go? Thanks for super chat, everyone. Studio One says, I think the bank line was in anticipation of this. That's possible too. Umar could be making this up because of now that I think about it, you might be right. Umar may have been doing all of this bank stuff and freezing my account, so people please send me money so that he can get the money to pay this before they come and take these abandoned buildings. That's possible too. Yeah, that's a good point. Again, this is early on. We're going to follow this and track this. This is just breaking news. We'll track this and see where this goes, and then we'll see down the line how this plays itself out. Ain't no telling what else is going on, though. I mean, there's no telling with this guy. It's incredible. This Umar Johnson saga ain't nothing like it. Thanks, Studio 14 for the super chat. Tori, what's up? Tori says he has to address this. This video information is going to catch fire this weekend, like the accounts are closed video. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I may be back tomorrow to live. You guys know I'm gonna be live streaming on the weekend, but I had to get up here today. And then tomorrow, if I can get this stuff more organized and put it into a presentation, I'll do that. Okay. Who knows? I may come across some more information too. I just want to make sure I share everything that I want to share with you guys, though. Yeah, I think community, that's not going to happen. There's no way. There's really no way. If he wanted to make money with this idea of opening up a school, he should have done it online. He should have done a virtual academy, and by now he would have been a multimillionaire, easy. Okay. Again, startup costs. Again, back then he was sitting on over $1 million back then. just with that money, just getting infrastructure in place. I mean, what, $50,000? He can hire someone. There's people who are willing to do it for free. I already talked about this, but by now he could have been a multi-millionaire, and it would have been a subscription-based website where there's classes are being taught and instructions on different things, and how to videos, do-it-yourself videos. He can have where he gives lectures, all that stuff, and people could buy and download the lectures and all this stuff. This guy could have been multi-millionaire by now, but no, he wants to scam. He wants to scam. Thanks, Ona Lisa. David says, is there a judgment against the panhandler? Maybe his accounts were seized. Not.
That's the same thing I kept saying, man. I kept saying, everybody's leaning toward homeschooling type stuff. If you would have just stayed with the homeschooling, one of the qualifications is I would have had some type of computer company on my side. I would have invested into getting them some type of, you gotta have Wi-Fi, and we'd get you some type of computer for the kids where you pay a monthly fee for that, along with your tuition and everything, and set everybody up that way. That's what he should have did. Stayed away from all the name calling and all the negativity talk, and focus on the Martin Luther King type vibe, man. That's all you had to do, is focus on that and open up a homeschool. Look, my brothers and sisters, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. It's going to cost $1 million a year to run my dream school. We don't have that type of income coming in. We don't have that type of donations coming in, because you guys are doing the best you can, and I ain't trying to put no pressure on you. So this is the solution for our brothers and sisters. This is the solution for my brothers and sisters. We're going to do homeschooling. We're going to get all these homeschool. My cousin does homeschooling, and her kids are getting straight A's and B's. If I was teaching my kids at home, I'm pretty sure they'd get straight A's and B's too. I don't know how you grade them, but I don't know nothing about that. I don't talk about that. But they getting good now. One of them going to college now, or two of them in college or something. But my point is, that's how he should have did it.
Frozen. It's possible. Again, y'all think he's going to address this? I don't know.
No, he ain't.
Now, if more people cover it, he's going to have to address it at some point, I would think. Right? Yeah, there's no way this school is not going to open. I mean, he don't even have. I mean, he may not even own these abandoned buildings within the next 17 days. So we don't know. I mean, after 17 days, we don't know. He don't even know. I don't think he knows, because see, if he went up there and saw those posted on the doors, he would have taken them. He would have taken them down, right? But then why are they still sitting up here? Because he hasn't seen them yet. Umar, I'm telling you more about what's happening with these vandals than you can tell us. You see how crazy that is? He traveling, doing what he do. I don't know where he's at, but evidently he ain't up there working on these abandoned buildings. See, he did that thing where he was talking about the tiles and stuff to get money out of people so that he can go about his business. Meanwhile, he ain't handling the business. All right. Thanks, David. Jay Civic says, when you said you Umar supporters owe 30, no, it's true, because he ain't got no money. He ain't got no job. So you Umar Johnson supporters, you donors, you owe $38,388.22. For what? Not one black child has been educated. That's crazy. You see how wrong this is? He done got you guys for a bare minimum $1.6 million, and he got bills still lined up that you guys have to pay. We're not even talking about operating expenses once he actually, quote unquote, opens these abandoned buildings.
Thank you.
You guys got to pay for all of that. That's wrong. Not one black child has been educated. Anyway, it's true though. They don't want this support. You all owe $38,388.22. Not me. Thanks, Jay Civic. Martha sent in the super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And C-Mac sent in the super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You guys have been so gracious. I do appreciate y'all. Take heed to the message, says, sir, you are the truth. I love your. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I try to share the truth based on information. Again, I'm not saying that this is, well, some of it I researched, but I'm not saying that this information is for me. I'm just reporting on it based upon what was sent to me. I don't want to say that two people in particular. I don't want to say their names because I don't know if they want that out there, but they know who they are. And I already thanked them. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you. And truth be told, there's a lot of people who contributed to bringing the truth about Umar. You know, there's a lot of people. So let's acknowledge all of them too. Okay. Thank you so much. Take heed to the message. Abonga Ongwang. Andrea says, I'm so glad here he's being okay. I'm so glad to hear he's being stopped. Time's up, Umar. Now we don't know what's going to happen though. So let's be clear about this. Is it possible that Umar comes up with this money within the next, how many more days he has? He has what, 17 days? I'm sorry, Andrea. I'm trying to give Umar some hope. Okay, I'm trying to keep hope alive. Is it possible that Umar can come up with $38,280.22 in 17 days when his bank accounts are frozen? I don't know. That's a tough call. Maybe he just pays one side of the street to keep the small school. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is a mess. That's all I can say. We're gonna see. We're gonna follow this. It ain't never a dull day with this Umar Johnson saga. Thanks, Andrea. What's up, Black Wolf? Says Lennon, wait till Monday, brother. Give Umar time. yeah, okay. It's always Monday. We're gonna see. Okay. I don't think he's gonna address this right away. And if people,
I can't wait till Monday get here.
This over this weekend, he's gonna have to talk about it at some point. Okay. Again, $38,380.22. Thanks, Black Wolf. Deanna Martinez says predictions. Will he increase the PayPal acts between now and the 25th to pay it off? Or will he find a sucker to buy the buildings back for him? Ain't no telling. I would think that what Umar would do, he would ramp up the begging. But see, he's not in a good position to be begging like that right now, right? Again, he begged for a legal fund because allegedly me and Lene hacked his bank account or whatever he said. I don't know what he said. He tried to get money for the vandalism. Then he does the frozen bank account scam. He tried to get money for that. And people didn't like that. So what is he going to come back and say? Listen, I owe $38,380.22. My bank accounts are frozen, but I need y'all to get on that PayPal. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. We'll have to wait and see. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Ain't no telling with this guy. Freeway City Ray says Baba David punching the air right now. All right. Thank you for the super chat. Umar punching the air right now. Happy birthday, Umar. Oh my God. You guys are ruthless. Don't be like that, James. wait. This is his birthday month. Oh man, he gonna have a bad birthday. What's his birthday? The 21st, right? He said it so much. That's how I know. Let me see. So he got how many days he got left? He got 17 days. Yeah. So listen, Umar, basically that Monday after your birthday, you got to have this money in order, my brother. I should laugh, but you better have this money because the state ain't playing. You better have that money, Umar. Okay. Thanks, James. D. Will says, what's up, Lennon? Do you think he'll try to flee back to Africa? No, even if he fled to Africa, he would still have to, his donors still going to have to be. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be mean to you donors. He's still going, why do we have 3,000 people up in here? What in the world? I wasn't even planning on doing this. Y'all crazy. He's still going to have to pay this money. Otherwise, they're going to, see, the thing, D. Will, is if he flee, then these properties, they're going to get taken, right? They're going to get taken. See, that's from listening to Umar. So I ain't never taken a burrito, but taken a life. They're going to get taken, right?
Yeah.
And then what are you going to do? See, I don't know. I don't think he's in a position to flee anywhere. Real talk. All right. Real quick, I just want to remind people, remember, I've been saying this recently, how we're just scratching the surface. This is what I mean. Then this comes out. Okay. And we're still scratching the surface. Ain't no telling how much more stuff is out here going on with this guy. There's no telling. Again, who knows how much liability Umar took on in 2019, wherein he agreed to take on all other bills or whatever, taxes that may have been due, whatever, going all the way back to 2016. He didn't tell you donors that. You see how shady this guy is? He wants to make it seem as if this was the greatest purchase of all time, so you guys can continue to send him money. But behind the scenes, ain't no telling what else is going on. And it's just, we've already been able to identify this issue of he's on the hook going all the way back to 2016. You donors are. He didn't even own them buildings back then. I mean, that's a horrible deal. Plus, the abandoned buildings these buildings are trifling, horrible shape. They're on the vacant property list. He owes $38,300. You, Umar Johnson followers, you owe $38,388.22 on these abandoned buildings. Not one black child's been educated. He's still collecting money. And the Environmental Protection Agency, which is the government agency, classifies these buildings as brownfield catalyst sites, and they suggested that the city demolish these buildings back in 2019. What are we doing? See what I'm saying? So I can't, because there's so much else I'm sure that's going on with this guy. I don't think he can get over to Africa. Ain't no telling what's going on. Okay? Thanks, D. Will. User 225 says, what if he loses the bandos, but he still pretends that FDMG is still coming? What if he just quietly stops showing up to the area? Now, again, we're going to follow this. And so receipts are going to continue to come, right? So if ownership changes, we'll be able to, at a certain point, we'll be able to see that online. You see what I'm saying? So we just have to do our due diligence and make sure we stay abreast of what's taking place. Well, if it goes to sheriff's sale, we'll know that. I think that's what I was showing you guys earlier, that this list right here. It's not a vacant. Wait, no, maybe it is the vacant. Let me find out for sure, because I think I might have misquoted that earlier today. Let me just see if I could. Right here. Okay, yeah, it was. What I showed you guys here, and then we're gonna be done. What I showed, there's a couple other super chats, then we're gonna be up out of here. But what I showed you right here, this is. You're gonna let me show it. Yeah, this right here. This is the vacant property list for 2016. And this is crazy because this means that Umar, I mean, I don't know. It's just crazy when you really think about this. This is the vacant property list from 2016. And it shows Umar, Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. Oh, man, who knows what's going on? It's just some shady shit. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Thanks, you to 225. And he still didn't install the HVAC. Well, it's up there on the roof. It's just not, functional. That's all. but at least it's up there. I mean, because I try to give Umar credit for something. Whatever I can give credit for, I try to give him something because he don't be doing nothing. I mean, we have to report, we have to report on this situation. Umar don't even know about it. Because if he knew about it, he would have took the papers down off of you think he want people to see that? With his the shady people, they don't want people to know, because he doesn't know transparency. So we have to update the people. We have to update people who watch this video. We have to update Umar. I don't even think he know about it. I highly doubt he even know about this right now. Because if he knew about it, he went up there and saw him, he would have taken those down.
That's facts. Facts. Most people, con artists, most people that think they are artists or think they all that, they will hide from the public their flaws. They will hide their flaws. They will hide all their mistakes. Cover that up. I don't want nobody to see the mistakes. That's how you can tell it's a bad person. You can tell a good person because he admitted 3 times. I can't read that. I can't see it. My bad, y'all. I wasn't planning on doing this, so y'all bear with me. This is kind of like breaking news. Uncle Mike. I'm like, dude, I'm way out of my territory. I'm learning this. I know one thing. Let's do some music. Let me show y'all about the music side of stuff. How to play an instrument. 5 of them. How to mix and master, stuff like that. That's my cup of tea. Yeah, but if he would have sort of,
but I'm trying to give you more credit about that. If Steve, Umar donors in depth. There's some truth to that. See, this is just one debt that Umar owes associated with these abandoned buildings, $38,388. There was a time where he owed, if memory serves me correctly, it was about $140 something $1,000 in taxes, something like that, something crazy. Okay, well, that's debt that his donors had to pay. And it don't have nothing to do with educating black boys. That's just money wasted because he didn't have his paperwork in order. He didn't have a tax exempt status at that time. It's sad. I mean, he does his donors horrible. Thank you for the super chat, everybody. BB says FDMG, the money gone. Yeah, you can say that too. Yeah. At this point, you might as well drop the F-bomb on that one. Thanks, BB. What's up, information man? Said Leonard Honor, brother. Like I said, the walls are closing in on Umar. The end is near. You're absolutely right. And if you need these receipts, let me know if you want to cover this. I'll send it to you. Just email me. I'll send it to you. And thanks for all your support, brother. Much respect. Yeah, you're right. It's just one thing. This whole year has been crazy. And you know, we still have some months to go. So who knows what else is going to come into the light over the next couple of months here dealing with Umar. There's no telling. Yeah. Shout out the information, man. Thank you, bro. Ricochet Rose Parrot says, Leonard, can we get a new song, FDMG remix, Family the Money Gone? I could write a song called Family the Money Gone. Oh, let me see.
You write the song.
Family.
I produce it.
The money's gone. Oh, family. The money's gone. Oh, let's see. Oh, family. The money's gone. FDMG. FDMG. Something like that. All right. Thanks, Ricochet Rose Terry. James says that's why he got that Ghana citizenship to escape. Well, the truth is he would have known about this a long time ago. He would have known about this. They're just not going to file that like out of the blue. They've sent him notices. They've sent him letters. Okay, they probably called him, emailed him. And obviously Umar, he ain't done nothing. So he's on the hook. You donors are on the hook for $38,038.22. $38,000. It's crazy. Just wasted. The other thing too, real quick, is everything that Umar has put into these abandoned buildings, it's all for naught. That's wasted money too. I just want people to think about it, because not one black child's been educated. No, not one black boy's been educated. So all the money that he's thrown at different things,
paint,
it's useless.
Plenty of paint.
Again, James, I don't think he's in a position to escape and go to Ghana or something like that, because he has a lot of other issues here in the United States of America that wouldn't allow him. I don't want to say too much. That wouldn't allow him to just travel and just be gone indefinitely. He can go for a month. He can go for a week or a couple of weeks, but he always got to come. You got to know what I'm talking about. Yeah, enmeshment. Thanks, James. Martha Earth says, you already know he can't wait to blame Pastor B and Medea again with federal offense. Yeah, but so here's the thing. What excuse can Umar come up with on this? No, really, I see, if it's something dealing with his bank account, there's no transparency, so we don't know exactly what how can we dispute? If he says I did it, okay, well, where's the proof of it? He don't have to provide any proof, but his donors, they're gonna buy, some of them buy into it, right? But there's no transparency. That's the point. They just take him at his word. But how does he flip this though? Because this is documents that you guys can find online. Well, not what I showed you guys today. Okay, that's exclusive. Okay, but I'm sure there's going to be people who are going to be covering it. The point is that some of these documents you can actually find online that will show you how much money he owes. In fact, let me put the Court Connect Delaware.gov. If you guys go here, I'm gonna put this inside the chat room. I hope I remember. I'm gonna try to remember to put it in pin it. If you guys go to this website and you click on display case information and activities, and then you click accept. You click accept, and then you put in the case ID. I shared the case ID earlier. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put all this information in. I'll pin it. You do that, and then you click submit. The information will come up. Not the initial, the paper document that I showed you guys. I'm talking about the digital asset. So Umar can't dispute that. So the point I'm making about the earth is that how does he dispute this when it's online and it's there for anyone to see? Now, Umar could try to find a way, because you know how he is. He'll try to figure out some sort. So he paints false narratives to try to place blame on someone else so he can't hold himself accountable. Bottom line is Umar, that he doesn't handle business. He don't pay bills. Okay, he wastes money on other stuff. Most of the money has gone into his pocket so that he can live his lifestyle and travel all over the world. You see how all this comes back around? But he will try to find some way to blame other people so that he can't be held accountable. Again, this is Umar. This is Umar. But how's he going to do that when all this stuff, it's online? You guys go look it up for yourself right now. Okay? Again, I'm going to put this in here one more time. And if anyone in the chat room, even while you're watching this, we're almost done. You guys give me 5 more minutes because I got to get through these super chats. We got like 4 more, and we'll be up out of here. You go to that website. Okay, I'm going to say it again. You go to that website, and when you get on that website, you click on Display Case Information and Activities. Okay, there's 3 options. Just the bottom one: Display Case Information and Activities. Okay, you click on that, and then click Accept at the bottom of the page, and then put in the case ID. Okay, here, I'll even give you guys the case ID.
That's what I'm talking about.
The case ID for this one is N25J02114. N25J-02114. Put that in there on the case ID and then submit. And then you'll see it'll pop up. And then you can also put in the second case number, which is N25J-02115. Okay, so that last digit, you just change it from a 4 to 5, and the second one will come up. Okay, so again, how's Umar going to dispute that? Okay, but like you're saying, he would try to find some way to spin it if he addresses it. We'll see. Okay? He may not even address it. Okay? He's in such a bad situation he is. But see, this is just the chickens coming home to roost. Okay. Yeah. Information, man. These walls, they've been closing in. And now at this point, we're going to see. Thank you, Malta Earth. I appreciate the super chat. Joy said, good morning, Lyndon Cook Chat from the Netherlands. Thanks for all you do. Well, you're very welcome. Thank you so much. Yeah. Good morning to you. Have a good day. I'm about to go to bed. All right. Thanks, Joy. CMAX says, county tax website says the property purchase price was $10 in 2019. Umar lying that he bought it with donations. Look up Newcastle County parcel and input 610 17th Street. Yeah, I'm aware of this, the $10 thing. I was the one that reported on that first back in 2019. I want to say that I reported it before Umar actually did the school announcement video. I think I did. And that's what I believed at first. That's what I believe. But based upon research and further research, what I found was that $400,000 was the purchase price. Umar says a little more than that, which would make sense with closing costs. So I would put the figure at 420, maybe 425,000, something like that. But I know exactly what you're referring to. I can pull up the receipt. I was the first person that actually presented that online back in 2019. Thanks, C-Mac, for the super chat. Q for Sutherland says, Umar going to put you in. Listen, I'm on the cover. So, you know what I'm saying? You probably on the second page. Don't worry about it. I know I'm on the cover. Ain't nobody. I'm gonna be on the cover. I already know. I ain't worried about all that. Thanks for the super chat. You flip the second page, you're on the second page. All right. Okay. Thank you. Miranda says, Cook Chat is wild. Lyndon, you are hilarious. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been staying out the chat room though. I said because I was supposed to just be on here for 20 minutes. We're already at an hour. Okay, we're gonna be up out here in 3 minutes. Some way, somehow. I'm gonna try my best. Thanks, Miranda. For the super chat. Cook Chat is hilarious. I got to stay out there, otherwise I get caught up. I'm gonna try to live stream tomorrow too. James says Umar scheduled to speak at Source and Knowledge Bookstore Saturday the 8th in Newark, New Jersey. Yeah, that's all that. I don't even think he's in. He's probably not even in Philadelphia. I know it's close, but he's probably.
Damn, that was yesterday.
He don't know about this because if he did, he wouldn't have let the documents that I showed. That wouldn't have been up on the door. He would have taken them down. Isn't that crazy? And I mean, in essence, Cookie Crush Chat, what we're doing right now, live, exclusive, breaking news, is we're informing everyone else about what's going on with these properties, but we're also informing Umar at the same time. That's crazy. And people think he's serious about opening up a school. Thanks, James. James Smith says he can crush cookies in his gym apartment no more. But the truth is, Umar could try to pay some of this. He can maybe try to negotiate, but he probably hasn't been responding to them, and they finally took action. He may have tried to negotiate something and said, I'm going to be paying this amount each month and then stop paying. He don't be handling business. Y'all think he going to open up a school? This is basic business. He done collected millions of dollars. You mean to tell me that Umar, at this point, he 38, come on, $38,388. if you raising $1 million. I mean, come on now, it's ridiculous. But the point is that there's no telling. Umar may say, okay, well, listen, that other side of the street, we ain't doing nothing over there. I'm just using it to store my belongings. Y'all just go ahead and sell that. And then he make up an excuse, you know, he won't tell nobody, but he won't be over there anymore. Ain't no telling with this guy. We're gonna have to wait and see. It's always something. Umar Johnson saga ain't nothing like it. Thanks, James, for super chat. Okay, let me do these last one real quick. Mixers Monica says, how's it going? Said, Lennon, do you think Umar already knew about that letter regarding the $38,000? So he started making excuses about non-payment, bank frozen line. I think Umar knew how much money he owed. I think he's known that for a long time, because they just don't go through these proceedings and you know, it becomes a court issue, a legal issue. They don't do that right off of the bat. You know, they'll send notices. I mean, it can go for a year, it can go for a year and a half, and then the city says, okay, it can go for 2 years, right? The city just tends to be slow anyway. And they said, okay, well, he ain't paying, he's still not paying. We're going to have to go ahead and take action. Or maybe he went back then. He said, yeah, well, I'm going to pay this a monthly, blah, blah, blah. And then he stopped paying. And at a certain point, you know, they send him notices. He still doesn't pay. And then they said, okay, we're going to go ahead and take action. So I think he's known about this. I think he's known about this for a very long time. And he just has not handled the business. And the money's gone. The money's ain't coming in like it used to. There's a lot of people that they've recoiled from Umar because they recognize more and more that he's a con man and a scam artist. And he's taken all this money already. And there's people who are like, listen, I'm not going to be sending this guy any more money, right? So at this point, what does Umar do? He doesn't have the money, right? So I think at this mind, he's like, whatever. It's sad. It's sad. He's known that he's owed some significant money in these bills, because these bills go back to 2019. Because I remember back then I was looking at those bills. I stopped looking at them, but they were just piling up. Sewer, water, something water. It's a water bill. Even if you don't have water on, there's a bill that you have to pay that's associated with the drainage or something like that. Those bills were stacking. Umar, he just would not pay them. And so now here we are at $38,288 with all this other stuff that he hasn't paid. He's known about it. Now, does he know about this paperwork and basically in essence being served, you know, these things being placed on the door? I don't think he knows that, because if he did, he would have taken them off the doors.
I think he would have taken them off the door too.
Is serious about opening school. Now, the whole bank freeze line, that may have been just to try to get more money out of people for his own personal use. You catch my drift? It may be him trying to see whether or not he can come up with $38,388. I don't think he's going to be able to. So we're going to have to wait and see. Yeah, man, it's crazy. It'll make no sense. Where'd the money go? Thanks, Mr. Monica, for the super chat. Lorraine says, I was doing harmony with you on the new song. Oh, he was. Yeah, it just came to mind. Maybe I'll play this back and see what I can put together. Lorraine, maybe you and I, we could do a duet. I don't know. Okay, thank you, Lorraine. Diana says, so busy sniffing pride. Oh my God. You right about this though. Umar's so busy sniffing privates. Oh my God. Whoa. FDMG fiendishly detecting male. Oh no, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. And talking about women smelling like aquariums that he forgot to pay the water. Yeah, that was wild. I'm still disturbed by it because I watched it today. At least that part where Umar was talking reckless. I had to get out the seat and sit down back there. I said, Umar, what in the world? This guy, I mean, real talk, this guy, he's a mess all the way across the board. You know, messy personal life, messy business, messy with this school. Then he talk reckless. You know, some of the stuff he say, I'm like, man, why are you talking like that?
Yes.
You're supposed to be a heterosexual. I just don't. He's just messy all the way around. Yeah. And it's just one thing after another. Anyway, thanks, Diana. For super chat. But Nino87 sent in a super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. User 225 says, if Umar won $10, I got all right. Okay, I got 3 more. Let me do these real quick. We gotta get out of here. Tori says, do you think his baby mothers and other partners will come forward now that he's in a compromised state? I think the baby mother situation, the baby mothers,
they're already coming forward. Yeah, they're coming forward.
I think that's difficult, and for different reasons. And one of the things is because Umar knows them well enough and he has enough information about him, enough information about them, personal identifiable information, if you guys catch my drift, to where he's a threat. You guys understand what I'm saying? He's a physical threat. You guys understand? So I think that it's different for them. They have personal experiences with Umar, so they know how he is, truly how he is, and who he is. And so I think it would be much more difficult for them in particular to come out, and it would be the most powerful thing. I can tell you that. It would be the most powerful thing. But I think that the odds of that happening are fairly low at this point. Even though he is compromised right now, I think that it's much more difficult for them because Umar, he's a bully. He's dangerous in these regards, you know.
Dangerous.
Now,
dangerous.
Would other women outside of his baby mamas come forward? Would they?
Wow.
Is it more likely that they will? I think it is now that he's compromised. But again, like I've been saying, it's always in their own time. You know, there's no pressure whatsoever. Same thing with family members. You know, we had his nephew come out and speak too. Other family members at some point, if they want to come forward, it's all a matter of time. And when people are comfortable to do that, my job and really the Cook Crush chat job is to protect our guests. Even if you don't agree or
nephew
if you want to criticize, that's not what this is about. This is about the truth dealing with Umar based upon experiences that people have had all around the world with this guy. And I truly hope that more people will come forward in its own time. You know, there's no rush and there's no pressure. Right? Thanks, Tori, for the super chat. That's one thing I've learned dealing with this Umar stuff is patience. You know, just being patient. Like when I got this information, I was at work and I said, should I post? Let me post this on my community here on YouTube community tab. Then I said, no, just be patient. You know, get home, research a little bit more, and then do a live stream. And that's exactly what I did. I've learned patience. Okay, thank you, Tori. Brandon says, without the school, how am I going to learn how to stay from the how to stay away from the snow bunnies? I'm sorry, my brother. If that's what you're trying to learn at that school, you ain't gonna learn it there, my brother. Just am I going to learn how to stay from the then do a live stream? And that's exactly I've learned patience. Okay.
Wait, man.
Thank you, Tori.
Missed it.
Brandon says, without the school, how am I going to learn how to stay from the
snow bunnies?
How to stay away from the snow bunnies? I'm sorry, my brother. If that's what you're trying to learn at that school, you ain't gonna learn it there, my brother. Just handle your business.
Oh my gracious!
You know,
without the school, I gotta learn.
Really, what he's been reduced. He's reduced himself to that meme of snow bunnies. You know, snow bunnies never. Black queens forever. Snow bunnies never. And he's turned into a character. It's almost like a Sambo type of thing. You know, he gets into that mode. He starts talking that talk. He recites these things over and over again. It's like a dance that he does, and people find it to be entertaining. But there's no substance to that whatsoever. If it's Black queens forever, then you would be married to a Black woman by now at the age of 50. You would not be living inside your mama closet. You would be handling business as a man, as a father, and you wouldn't be out here sexually exploiting these Black women. See, so that's what I'm saying. It's even though he talked that snow bunny never talk, it don't mean nothing. So, you know, do you? That's all I'm saying. Okay, thanks, Brandon. Dr. Nene says, can you post the case numbers again, please? Yes, I sure can. So here we go. In fact, let me pull it up this way because let me post it inside the chat. Again, what I'm going to do is I'll I got your email too information, man. I'll send, but it's right here for this file, but it should be at some point. I'll keep checking and keep. And in terms of what Umar owes, as donors owe, is $38,388.22. That's crazy.
I can't believe this, man.
For tuning on in to this impromptu live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back probably maybe tomorrow, if not for sure.
Man, this is crazy, man. That's enough for me, man. The next video I'm gonna do of his is about his nephew. I would love to see what his nephew, a family person that knows him before he started doing all this stuff. See, this is where you get the juice from, baby. I want to know what kind of person that your peoples, your family, and everybody know you are. What kind of person you are before all this happened, man. Hey, I should be doing this at the beginning, dude. I should be doing the end at the beginning. We're gonna try this. I'm gonna go talk to my editors, and I should be like, "What's up, YouTube? Look here, real talk. if you thought that Dr. whatever his name is was a fraud, or you thought that you was on the fence of it, should you roll with him or should you not, this video right here will take away all doubts. I'm gonna get on up out of here, man. Hey, y'all take it slow. Tell him Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.